What's up, everyone? I don't know why I'm saying what's up. Anyways, welcome to the Mass Journal. I'm the Masses, and this is my training journal based on my training experiences, perspectives, and visions. Anyways, the motto is improvement, maintenance, and victory. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about familiarity and environment. Now, here's the thing. The market doesn't change. It is the trader who does. And this change is created by the decisions you make, the perspectives you have. Now, since trading has no curriculum, everything is your school. Your social life is your school. Your economical life is your school. How you improve yourself, how you perceive yourself is your school. Your attempt, your trial and error is your school. Your stupid and smart decisions are your school. Now, here's the thing. One thing we've learned about trading is that good decisions don't always lead to positive results. And that's another thing you should also learn in life, that sometimes the dumbest decision is the best decision. And it's another thing we learned in chess, or I learned in chess, which is sometimes the dumbest decision can make you win. And sometimes the dumbest decision is just the dumbest decision. I was shaving, oh my God. And I want to get shaven. Anyways, so yeah, a lot of us are trapped in, I don't want to call it a residual persona, but you're trapped in a fake persona. And this trap comes from trying to attach to the steps of change. What do I mean by this? The more I do this, because I have a plan. Here's the thing. Just because you're trading a small account doesn't mean you have to be broke. Doesn't mean that you have to be poor. And it's another thing that I've learned from the opportunities I didn't take and opportunities I did take. That just because I have a specific trade goal doesn't mean outside life I have to be poor. And on a lot of traders, we focus just on a lifestyle and not the money. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be moneyed to trade. But it just means you don't need to put yourself in a position of suffering to trade. Now, suffering is necessary for growth. It's necessary to find specific answers. Now, that's why some of us put ourselves in that position. Some of us, it's orchestrated, it's planned, because there's certain things we'd learn from there. Like if I'm saying I want to trade a small account, but I have $100,000, or I have $100,000 net worth per year, you know, there's not really much I can learn, you know, because I could fund so many times every time I blow. But if I take it as if this is my last amount of money, there's certain things that I'm forced to learn about this practice in that particular situation. So some of us are too tied to that perspective, thinking that that is you. No, know who you are and know the plan that you set out. I'm chilled. I'm minding my business. This is day 16. But my goal is I want to learn everything it is about account management, utilizing a small account, because growing a big account is inevitable. When you start trading demo, you start off with a big account. The notion or the logic of, oh my God, what is going on? The notion of, I forgot. Anyways, it doesn't matter. All I'm saying is, it is the trader who changes, not the market. This is to help you understand that your decisions, your perspectives, your reactions, they all play a role in your trading journey until you figure out what to objectify, or until you figure out what curriculum you set for yourself. Here's the thing. Time frames play a role, so you can be the best in particular time frames. Profit plays a role. You can be the best in a particular type of profit. Structure plays a role. You can have the best structure. Again, this is the business side of trading. You can sell structures because a lot of traders need them. Which is understanding yourself and environment is another form of understanding structure, which is first you shape your environment to suit your success. when I built this room, my perspective is I'm king. I need to feel like the king. When I wake up, I need to see things a king needs to see. Obviously, we're not in the medieval eras. There's no fucking bread there. You know what I'm saying? But, or meat. But there is the creation of the sensation of peace, the creation of the sensation of effort, the creation of the sensation of discipline. You know, I'd set reminders. And these reminders are, you know, like posters. Like that poster I did. That's a poster I drew. I don't know how many years ago, but that's a poster of Ronaldo. This is a reinforcement. Ronaldo is one of the greatest players of all time. For me, he's the GOAT. He's number one. Not number 7, number 1. Understanding that factor is that when I wake up and I don't want to train and I see that picture, it's like, nigga, come on, bro. You can't say you're a Ronaldo fan, you're in the Ronaldo crew and you don't train every day. And there was this quote on the wall, Mike Tyson's quote, like, discipline breeds confidence, confidence breeds success. Seeing that quote every day would force me to be disciplined because I'd want confidence. Why do I want confidence? Because I want to succeed. So these are things that shape your environment, the things that you see. The music I listen to, I stopped listening to music that just say shit. I listen to beats. The only time I listen to music that say shit is if I want to be in the zone. Maybe some Kanye West, you know, some self-esteem shit. Not, I fuck that bitch and fuck that nigga, my ops. Like, come on. Where is your head going to? If you play that song 30 days in a row every morning, you're going to be hypnotized to a specific direction. Everything is connected. Like, we're in the world. Nothing is disconnected. If some of us lived in space, then we could have said, yes, certain things are not connected. Everything is connected. The ocean, the land, the sky, the people, the technology, the energy, the Wi-Fi, everything is connected. Everything makes sense. As long as you're alive, you're going to play under the rules and the laws of nature, science, biology. So things like that. The choices you make shape your perceptions. They shape your realities. So it's not just clicking a button or buying and selling. Anyone can do that. But can you do it consistently? What makes you, or what gives you the ability to do it consistently? When I watch SMB, they emphasize these points that we have everything for our trader. The trader is just the person, but we have a mental coach for the trader. We have an auditing system for the trader. We have a psychological building program for the trader. There's certain rituals we do before we trade every day. They take the job so serious. They don't leave anything to chance. That means everything is by design. Everything is by design. These videos that I'm making, here's the thing. As much as if they become successful, here the thing is on content creation. If you put out numbers and the numbers that make sense, meaning if I put up videos, a lot of videos, and they make sense, eventually they'll blow up. That's the truth. Now, if I do that, I'm gonna make money. That's the truth. So this is by design. It's not a mistake. I understood it's gonna be hard because every day I have to come up with something new. Every day I have to learn something new. Every day I have to break out of my comfort zone and say, I don't understand this. I don't understand it enough. Now, the truth is, I haven't been researching that much. I haven't been reading that much. I've been researching, basic research every day, something new, yes. But in terms of intensive research where I'm locked in, no. Because I'm still on day 16. I'm gradually building this routine. The momentum is going to teach me what to do. Now, if I had quit because of those 2 blown accounts, that's impractical. The market is inefficient. Today you have nothing, tomorrow you're a millionaire. And I'm not saying this from a place of just magic. I'm saying this from a place of logic and practicality. The market teaches you how to be good. You become so bad that it tells you and it gives you a choice to say, do you want to be worse or do you want to change the route from here? And you will be like, you know, I don't want to change the route from here. And then from there, you have to suspend belief again, because you have to do things that you were never comfortable with. If you say you're a consistently profitable trader, what do consistently profitable traders do besides get profit? They put themselves in positions where profit is inevitable. If I put a stop loss, profit is inevitable, because it's either going to hit my stop loss or move in my direction. If I put a break even, profit is inevitable, because when it hits my break even, it uses market structure. Nothing is free. People are saying, I'm scared of market hitting my break even. Don't be, because it uses actual market structure to come and hit that trade stop. And that market structure is a position to enter. This is what we call moving money. Every time frame is moving money from its isolation. Now, most of the things that I say will make sense as I have a team, because there's so many things, frameworks that I have to align, and it's great. It's great. When I started, it was like, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I doing this? Now it's like, when can I do this? You know, when can I do this? It's amazing. It's great. Yeah, but I'm still feeling a bit greedy, you know? This second mechanical system that I'm creating, because it utilizes smaller time frames in order to, you know, benefit from movements in the market and benefit from experiments in the market. It's me. I'm being honest. It's me being greedy. Like, I don't need to trade those time frames, but I want to, because I also want to be in the space of scalpers, the best scalper. Even if I'm not the best scalper in the world, you know, but I want to be in that space where I can sit down with our scalpers and say, you know what, I don't think this is true. It's not how it's done. Now, obviously, it's going to be hard because I haven't been scalping in a while. Yes, it's going to be hard. But I once did scalp for a long period of time. Your expectations are built by what you've experienced and what you understand. The reason you expect specific things from the market is because you've experienced them and you somewhat understand them. Now, if you go deeper into that and create a system and structure around them, they give leeway, they give a pathway to profitability. Now, profitability is a lot of things. It could be funding to capital. It could be withdrawing every week, every day. It doesn't have a scale. The scale is what you set out. The most important factor of profitability is consistency. Consistency in real time. Can you be consistent in real time? And consistency overall. Can you be consistent over time? That's how we measure profitability. Or that's how we measure anything in life. The ability to be able to do it again and again and again and again. And that's why you're hired, specific job and things like that. So yeah, this is day 16. No, not day 16. What am I saying? This is day 17. Today is day 17. Yesterday was day 16. Some days I don't feel like recording. Some days I do. But I do it anyways because I learned something. Again, for me, this is not necessarily for YouTube and all that. This is for my selfish desires. The more you teach, the more you learn. Yeah, that's the truth. And the more I express myself, the more I learn. Not only do I learn more about my field, but I learn more about myself in the field. And this is purely for me. And I said it in my previous videos. The reason I don't say it anymore is because now I'm enjoying it. I'm in there. But the truth is, I'm here for profitability, and that's it. I'm a trader. And if I'm an educator, I'm an educator in the trading span. That means I have to master my industry. I'm just here to master my industry. I'm not here to influence people. I don't even know how to do that. The only way I can just try to teach, you know. So I'm just here for my improvement. Improvement, maintenance, and victory. Maybe in the future, because things change as you acquire, I'll be more involved. But the truth is, this is for me to improve in reality. This is not for me to make fans and make friends. I don't even like people like that. I like me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm doing this for myself, to improve myself. This is more of an accountability thing. That you took a video, that means you have to carry on respecting schedule. Don't be a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So yeah, Yeah, derailed completely from the point. The point is, your environment shapes how you think, how you feel, how you act, and your environment shapes you. Then once you've changed your environment to accommodate the excuse me, excuse me, once you've accommodate the persona that you want to become, you change, and then you change beyond your environment, and then you start getting residuals because you think you didn't change, which is something I was going through. That I am better than my room right now. I'm better than my environment right now. But I'm still here and it's frustrating me. Why is it frustrating me? Because the room doesn't give you a reassurance of change. So what does? What will give you that reassurance? Your character, the choices that you do make, the choices that you are going to make. Your, I don't want to call it energy. Your energy changes every day. It's like your emotion changes every day. What you do, your discipline, what you do every day, that is what's going to differentiate from who you used to be and who you are. So in trading, nothing changes. Only the traders that change. And it's one thing I didn't like. But ask yourself this. If you didn't change, did you really put in any effort? If you're not different, do you really deserve to be labeled the best, to be given the opportunity? No. If I go into a driving school and I can't drive, and I leave there being able to drive, that is change. I am now capable, I am now competent, I am now different. Now I deserve to be there. So we need to understand that perspective. Then whenever we do something, we have to change. Now a lot of this change is scary because we think that we want to be someone else and not ourselves. No, you'll be yourself, but you'll just be a different version of yourself, you know. And it's another journey I'm on right now, you know, because the change is great, but measuring it is weird. Because again, you know, as a trader, the reason you journal is not just for your improvement, but it's also to see the root of your steps. And usually the root of your steps is accumulation of different things: perspectives, wrong decisions, right decisions, moments, luck, mistakes. But when we put it on paper, it's pure perfection. And that's the thing that causes this residual self-image, because you perceive yourself as perfect because of what you've written down, what you've curated as your route to profitability. But the truth is, you became this because you immerse yourself in the experience of becoming. That means you immerse yourself in the mistakes, the perspectives, the change, the knowing, the unknowing, all these dynamics that make you who you are. So when we say immerse yourself in the experience, it means don't run away from your mistakes. Don't run away from your perspective. Don't run away from saying the wrong thing, because that's what guides and gauges you. That's what living is. And the reason traders suffer is because they are not living no more. They are just on this path of creating the perfect process, not forgetting that this process was not created through perfection. It was created through living, and living is perfection. You created perfection because it's definite. You need definite steps that don't have errors. You know, you don't want a system that's open-ended. You need it closed. This is done, fixed. But do not mistake the fixedness for your character. You're not a fixed character. You're human. You make mistakes. And some of the times, as much as you are perfect, you need that one mistake. You just need a mistake. No, you don't even need a great idea. You just need that one mistake to make it all work. Make it all work. I can say most of my knowledge comes from making the stupidest decisions ever in an attempt to make a good one. But it was all stupid. So immerse yourself in the experience. I'm on day 16. Do I want it to end? I don't. I'm scared because I don't know what's going to happen at day 90. What if a lot of people know my name now? Now I can't relax. Now I have to work for the symbol. What if I make a shit ton of money? One thing that's for sure is that I'm going to improve regardless. Whether I make money or don't make money, I'm going to improve regardless, because the goal is I want to get more jacked, I want to get smarter, and I want to make more money. Those are 3 goals. And I want to be more organized. And I want to live more, live freely. So those are 5 goals that I have. I don't know how life is going to respond to me, react to me. Here's the thing. The reason I just don't want I don't know. I don't want to say I don't want fame. I don't want to be known. But I've built a character to understand how to, brush off things and say, you know what, this is me and this is just work. The reason I just don't know. I don't want to be known like that. I don't want to be known. Maybe the only thing people must know me about is this specific act, which is producing systems and structures and processes that produce improvement, maintenance, and victory to the trader. It's a compelling and transformative journey. You know what I'm saying? So instead of working for the symbol, I'd rather be the symbol. Okay, maybe not be the symbol, maybe work for the symbol. I don't know. That's one part I need to figure out, because with certain perks comes certain responsibilities. And again, you have a choice to choose these responsibilities. And there's certain responsibilities that I don't want to choose, like the maintaining of fans and stuff like that. I don't have fans. So I always want to keep the perspective that this is not an avenue of being known. This is a channel of improvement, maintenance, and victory. Nothing else. No one is better than anyone. No one is above anything. We're just here to do our job, to provide the service that's waiting for us. So yeah, shout out to God. I like to give a big shout out to God. Here's the thing. When you immerse yourself in experience, you understand the only constant is God. There are people that were here before you. They were created by God. There are going to be people that are going to be here after you, created by God. Conceptuality, intelligence, creation, life, death, created by God. All this have the same constant, which is God. And if I'm immersing myself in experience, the only person, only thing, the only being I can talk to that can actually bring a change is God. I'm doing what I need to do, God, but I feel like shit. I'm doing what I need to do, God, but I'm losing. What do I need to do? God will tell you. And the funny thing, God speaks in every one of us. Everyone has the feeling of God. Whether you believe it or not, that's on you. You won't die anyways, and you will find out. Now, do I believe in heaven and hell? No. Heaven and hell are on earth. But I do believe that there is God, and I believe that the system of the world is more complex than people, try to perceive it. Even the system of a human being is far more complex than what people think it is. So yeah, shout out to God. W, man. Again, I'm gonna say this in every video. Take it easy. It's not that deep. Even though your situation demands you to work faster, you can only work one day at a time. The best way to learn how to be profitable: plant a tree. Plant a seed like a tomato tree or a pumpkin tree. It takes roughly 90 days to grow. And the perspective and analogy of a tree is that it tells you how to grow it. And that's your account. It tells you how to grow it. You have 90 days. In 90 days, you have to ensure that this plant doesn't die. Now, dying is an inevitable thing for plants. But it growing until day 90 is a duty to you. Same thing, your account growing over a period of time is a duty to you. The understanding is that your accounts will blow, but it doesn't mean you need to stop that 90 days, because at the end of 90 days, someone is going to be looking at the checkbook and say, did you produce? Yes or no? And that someone is you. So you have to play these personas, and you shouldn't be playing them half-heartedly, half-assed. This is your job. This job is going to pay you millions and millions of dollars. The reason it's so hard is because not everyone can do it. Trading is the only job where you can perform well and still lose. Pull up with good spirits and still lose. Be a good person and still lose. Have a perfect life and still be a nun, be a Buddhist and still lose. Be Ronaldo, be Josh Brolin, you will still lose. So trading is the only job that does that. Okay, maybe trading and surgery. Surgery you can do well and the patient still dies. So it's the same perspective. Same perspective. In farming, you can take care of the plant and still lose the plant. But there's a direct correlation between account management and farming, or account management and gardening. Because the first few days it tells you, take it slow, just pour water, just wait until it's big enough for you to feed. Same thing with the market. Now, this is obviously, more detailed. So you can go check out my other videos. I don't know, there's probably a video where I explain how my system was designed and mix this analogy with it and set out a schedule and then just do the work. Whether it's real account or demo account, do the work. No one can take time, no one can take away the time and effort that you put in. If it's a demo account, no one can take the time and effort that you put in. Because if I set out a demo account goal, 1,000 to 200K over 90 days, number one, the 1,000 is realistic. It's something that I can afford. It's something that I've always been funding. And I blow a couple of times, but I keep on pushing until I finish. I'm going to develop core skills, consistency, discipline, grit, things that are required for trading, resilience, a character that finishes what they started. Now, when I do fund a real account, I won't have so much to work around because I am the person who can do it. So be realistic when you do it. Don't look for shortcuts. Finish what you started. And that's what it is. But the grind is lonely, it's hard, it's tough. I'm not going to come here and lie because my perspective is to make trading logical and comfortable. But it's hard. I'm not speak from my experience, my perspective. It's hard. It's not easy. Even if you had a lot of money, it's still gonna be hard because you can lose 100 grand. It's harder losing 100 grand than losing $100. There are people who are losing $100 and you wish you were in their shoes. You don't wanna be in their shoes. Losing 100 grand, especially that has been built from your businesses, and then you find out that you can't trade. Trading is not about funding. It's about actually moving your funds. You have to move that capital. You have to manage it towards a particular goal. It's the hedge fund rule. I always stand with hedge funds, not prop firms, hedge funds. Because hedge funds work in a direct manner. Trade goal, account type, account period. We understand the inefficiency and fluency of the market, that you can hit this goal within a couple of days, but you still have to complete the course. Why? Because these are necessary trading skills. You actually have to be a good trader. And being in the market and managing your account consistently, managing your emotions and your characteristics and your character and all that is trade success. Growing $5 to $5 million is trade capability. Anyone can do that once in a while, but do it consistently, finishing, hitting a task. That takes a lot. To say you want to be committed to a goal from day 1 until day 90, that takes a specific type of commitment. It takes a specific type of person. Whether you take it lightly or not, that's mastery. Only athletes do that. Only surgeons do that. The highest of the highest. Now, because there's no curriculum, you look down on yourself. Do not. Label up all your goats. Compete with them. The goats in the trading space, the goats in the business space, compete with them. Now, competing with them doesn't mean try to force your life to be like theirs. No. The life that you have, utilizing what you have, elevate it according to the perspectives and experiences that you're giving yourself. So yeah, that's basically what it is. The masses, improvement, maintenance, and victory. Today, what am I going to do? There's some frameworks I need to create for, I don't want to call it mentorship, whatever it is. Here's the thing, whether we mentor you or not, it's up to you whether you succeed or not. That's the truth. I can't lie and say I can make profitable traders. I cannot. I can give you structures until you choose that, okay, I can be profitable. Because the moment you fund and it's day 1, you find out that it's different. It's not what you wrote in the book. It's not what's in the process. It's not what's in your mind. It's what you can do. So yeah, the masses.